Stop, hold on for a moment, take a breath. Because what we're talking about today isn't just a habit. It's not just nicotine. It's slavery. It's a trap that has destroyed more lives than most wars combined. Every single day, millions of people fight an invisible war. A war against a small roll of paper that promises relief, but delivers chains. Maybe you're smoking right now. Or maybe someone you love is. But today, we won't ask what science says. We won't talk about statistics or blackened lungs. Today, we'll ask the ultimate question. What does God think about smoking? The Bible never mentions tobacco by name. Yet it reveals timeless truths that expose every form of addiction. Romans 6:16 says, "You are slaves of the one you obey." Every cigarette is like a tiny act of obedience, but not to God. And Jesus said, "You must love Jehovah your God with all your mind." Matthew 22:37, "But if your mind is ruled by nicotine cravings, how can you truly love God with all your mind?" Nicotine doesn't relax you, it owns you. Each puff tightens the chain, blurring your thoughts, weakening your will. The scriptures urge us to be fully sober-minded, 1 Peter 1:13, and to cleanse ourselves from every defilement of flesh and spirit, 2 Corinthians 7:1. Smoking does the exact opposite. That's the main principle: purity inside and out. God doesn't just want a body that looks clean. He wants a heart, a mind and habits that reflect His holiness. Smoking, and any form of drug use that clouds the mind, directly opposes that goal of purity. Take Olaf from Germany. He started smoking at 12 and was enslaved for 16 years. He even picked cigarette butts from ashtrays. What finally broke his chains? Not fear, love. Love for his Creator. That love gave him the power no patch or e-cig could ever provide. If you want to understand who this loving God truly is, check out the video, Who is Jehovah? Tobacco kills over 7 million people every year. It's not just lung cancer, it's heart disease, strokes, and damaged organs everywhere. Each puff is a wound against the body God gave you. Acts 17:24-25 reminds us that God gives to all people life and breath. If life and breath come from Him, then using them wisely is an act of worship. Smoking isn't just unhealthy, it's a rejection of that sacred gift. Jayavanth, a doctor from India, knew all the science. He understood the risks better than anyone. Yet he smoked for 38 years. Knowledge wasn't enough. He needed a higher reason. When he realized that pleasing God mattered more than pleasing his cravings, he quit instantly. And this raises a deep question many ask: is smoking a sin? The answer isn't a simple yes or no. God doesn't just judge the act, He looks at the heart behind it. Smoking reveals whether we truly value the life He's entrusted to us. The same principle applies to drugs and mind-altering substances, whether it's tobacco, vaping, or illegal drugs. Anything that poisons the body and clouds the spirit violates that command to stay clean physically and spiritually. Smoking is never a private act. Every puff affects someone else. Secondhand smoke kills over 1.3 million people every year. Your spouse, your children, your friends. Would you ever willingly put them in danger? Jesus said, "You must love your neighbor as yourself." Matthew 22:39. If your habit harms the ones you love, that's not love. It's self-indulgence. True love, the kind God shows, seeks not its own advantage, but that of others. 1 Corinthians 10:24. Armin, from Armenia, learned the truth the hard way. His family begged him to quit, but he ignored them until he saw the fear in their eyes. That's when he realized real love sacrifices personal pleasure for someone else's life. This is the same kind of love God shows, and the love He asks us to imitate. If you want to learn how to build that deep spiritual connection with Him, watch the videos. Your friendship with God, or how to have a happy family. To explore how the Bible clears away religious confusion and tradition, watch the videos 5 Keys to Bible Clarity or The Bible is God's Message to Us. The real solution isn't fear, it's love. Love for God gives you a strength no human therapy or substitute can. 1 John 5:3 says, "His commandments are not burdensome." God isn't asking you to quit so He can take something away. He's inviting you to quit so you can truly live. Every act of self-control is an act of worship, a declaration that you choose life over destruction. Soon, God's kingdom will end every corrupt system that profits from human weakness and will restore humanity to perfect physical and mental health. And imagine this, living in a community where no one smokes, where thousands gather to talk about God's word, and not a single puff of smoke fills the air. That peace, that purity, that joy. It's not a dream. It's possible only through love for God and the power of His word. How do you imagine the world if no one smoked? But your freedom can start today. Remember the promise in Philippians 4:13. I can do all things through the one who gives me strength. Be strong, be free, and love God with all your heart, all your mind, and every breath He's given you. Want to keep exploring powerful truths from the Bible? Watch the videos. Why does God allow suffering? And you can trust the Bible. They'll help you find the same inner power that can free you completely.